What's up, dudes and dudettes? This is Evan B, broadcasting from Crazy Cat's Tattoos. This is my office at the tattoo shop. I'm doing my Nerf thrifting video from here as my backseat of my car was starting to get full up of Nerf, my week's Nerf finds. I hadn't brought anything into the house yet, and literally the backseat of my car was just like packed. I drive a Mazda 2, and it's not a lot of room, especially once you see what my haul for this week has been. I had a little bit of help with my haul for this week. I've had a couple people kind of add to my collection, so without further ado, I'll go ahead and just get right into it. The first I found a Barricade RV10. My buddy Bob, actually a coworker of mine, actually found this working, had batteries in it. Totally cool blaster. I have another one of these in the Elite color, but this is the first yellow one I have. So I really like my other one. I've definitely got enough attachments. My computer's hollering at me. I've got other attachments for this at the house, so this is going to be a sweet blaster. Let's see, what else did I get? Ooh. This was a great find, a blue Elite Alpha Trooper. This was the Target exclusive one. This actually came in box. I found it at a thrift store. I paid under $1 for it. It still had its 12 darts. It had never been taken out of the package. I, of course, unboxed it so I could play with it and show it for my video. But that's a Alpha Trooper and a complete one. I've got an extra Raider stock at home I'm going to put on it, and then that's I'll probably get a Orange Modworks kit for this one. I've got a couple other Alpha Troopers, but I did not have this color scheme, so I'm pretty stoked about that one. I had another one of my Facebook friends bring me a couple blasters. One was this kind of beat up Longshot. I have another Longshot, and so I'm actually going to use this one for modifications. A good excuse, I think, because it's so faded and kind of beat up, to sand it all down and repaint it. Maybe do something to the internals. Probably do something to the internals. It runs pretty chunky, so you can hear that kind of twang to it. She also brought me this Slimfire. I have another one. This one is really beat up. It's doesn't have a lot of punch, so I have not gotten into the internals yet to see what the trouble is with it. I imagine it was probably just kind of left out in the elements, and possibly some sand or grit or dirt in there. So I'm going to open this one up. I have another one that I really like, and so it's kind of cool to have one that's a little more beat up, so I feel a little more comfortable kind of opening it up and playing with it. I won't mess anything up, and it'd bum me out if I broke the one that I have. So this will be my attempt to kind of mod and fix one, and hopefully it works out. It came with a 6-clip, so that's pretty sweet. Man, the action on this is just really sticky. But yeah, so there's that. She also brought me this Deploy CS6. I have another one of these. Actually, the other one I got, I showed in one of my Nerf thrifting videos. So, pretty sweet find. I'm pretty excited about it. At least I have like kind of spare parts for one. And again, I'll probably mod this one rather than the other one, because the other one was in a little better shape. This one's missing the battery door for the light, so I don't know if the light works or not. But as far as the blaster being functional as a Nerf blaster goes, it is. Little weakness in the spring, so I kind of wondered if the 3 that she found me at Goodwill loaded, if possibly they were owned by the same person, and that kid did not take very good care of his Nerf blasters. So anyway, still Nerf's Nerf. So let's see. I had a Nerf buzzsaw that I got. Totally functions. I have started to carry a couple beach balls around with my car. And so when I find Nerf ball blasters, I've got koosh balls to throw in them. Again, like anytime that I go to Nerf thrifting, I have an assortment of darts in my pockets. I probably have darts in my pockets right now. Yep, I do. Because I went thrifting this morning, and I might only have some elites because I tend to take out the more cumbersome one. But I always have darts in my pockets for when I'm Nerf thrifting to pop a couple darts or a Mega Dart or a Vortex disc, or now I carry a koosh ball with me too, and so I can right inside the store test it before I buy a broken blaster. So just a tip again. On the vintage tip, I found this Rapid Fire 20. It is not in functional condition. I don't know what's wrong with it. This is probably going to be my project tonight, is to crack this bad boy open and see what's going on the inside. It was $3 on a green day. Again, it seems like I always go to this particular thrift store when they've got their green half sale tag off. So it was half off. It was $1.50 for this, which I feel like is a great price for an old Laramie blaster. That every review that I've watched on it said these can be these can be pretty sweet HVZ primaries or whatever. So I'm excited to see how if I can get it working or not. Again, kind of on the vintage tip, another tech target. This is one that fires the micro darts. So it fires elite darts great. This is my third one of these. I've got one that's in a different color scheme that I showed in another one of my thrifting videos that fires the mega darts, and then I now have two of these ones that fire the elite darts or the micros. So pretty sweet. I really love these pistols, and now I've got one of these that fire the micros. I may feel a little more comfortable kind of modding these since I'm not going to mess up the one that I have for my collection. So this may be the one that gets modified. I found this big dumb goofy thing. I have no idea what it is. All it says on it is Lennard made in China. I haven't really taken the time to look up and see if I can find anything. The tube on this is pretty big, but it is made out of cardboard. So I'm kind of thinking about unscrewing all this and going and getting PVC parts to replace it and trying to make a big PVC plunger blaster. But I don't know if anybody knows what this is, and if there's any mod potential for this that I cannot think of, please let me know. I have never seen one. I have no idea what it is. It's got this huge plunger draw on it. So, I think it would be cool if I could get this functional. I imagine if I put a CPVC barrel on it, I could probably, with that much space, really fucking launch a dart. But who knows, if you know what it is, let me know. What else? I got a couple Busby blasters, Tech 6. Here's a Jaguar. That Jaguar, actually, my buddy bought for me too. This is my third thrifted green Dark Tag blaster. That's now it's marketed as an end strike blaster, and it's got the sweet it's called the Clear Shot. It's got the Clear Shot scope on it. But back in the day, this blaster was a Dart Tag blaster. So yeah, this is my third one of these. I really like these. So let's see. Here's a vintage find. I can't even remember what this was called. It's like a rocket launcher of some kind, but it's a 1992. It used to fire the little tiny rockets. This was all that it was. All that it came with it. None of the rockets, none of the side holder things for it. But I still think kind of a sweet, nostalgic find. I paid under $1 for it, so it's again at the Nerf outlet where I live. You pay for stuff by weight, and plastic is 79 cents a pound. So something like this is basically free. Pennies on the dollar for what you would buy it like on eBay or something. couple little guys. I got a Jolt and a Reflex. They both work great. You know, fun little blasters. Air Max 1, another Busby blaster, totally functional. Still got good pressure in the tank, so that's kind of a sweet one. I may use this to integrate the tank and stuff into another blaster, but I haven't decided yet. Again, this was paid for by weight, so super cheap. Again, another Busby one. I have no idea when this one was called. I only know that it's a Busby blaster because it says Busby on the side. And I think that this is probably an older one because it says 2003 on it. So no clue what it's called, but it functions and it's very comfortable and it works. So we'll see. I think it fires larger darts than. Let's see. We'll do the test right now. I guess we're good. And not a Nerf gun, but this is the one of the Skylanders Blasters, or the Skylanders Blasters. Found that at the thrift shop. Who makes this? It says Skylanders Giants on it, and that's pretty much well, it says don't modify it on here, so I don't know. Maybe it is a Nerf guy. I don't think so. Got a Proton. This is like my third one of these. It functions. I really like Vortex blasters, again, mostly because of the aesthetic, not because of the way that they function, but still pretty sweet to get one of these. My Vortex collection is growing by leaps and bounds since I started thrifting them, and apparently they are easy to find. I find them everywhere. I found an assortment of attachments, Nerf attachments this week. I've got 2 of these retaliator handles, or front foregrips, so that's pretty sweet. Can't ever do with enough foregrips. Seems like I've got way more blasters that could use foregrips than I have actual foregrips. So good to add to that collection. I got this kind of rangefinder sight. No idea what this originally came on, so if you know, let me know. And another Recon Light. This is becoming the new Maverick in my collection. I keep finding Recon Lights devoid of Recons. So, yeah, it's been a minute since I've found a Maverick, but I've found plenty of these Recon Lights. Here is another Dart Tagger. This is, I think, my 4th one of these, and I think it's the 4th color of these I've got. I've got, I think, a green one, a maroon one, a yellow one, and this blue one. So, there's nothing particularly special about these, but I think that they kind of look sweet, and if they function, they kind of function well. So, sweet Dart Tag Blaster. And last, but certainly not least, if you can tell by my office, I am a huge Star Wars fan, and so to find this was a real treat. This is the Nerf Star Wars Rebel Soldier Electronic Blaster. Wow, look at that air restrictor go. Apparently these have, well, I was doing some reading on it, these have Night Finder internals. It's basically the same thing as a Night Finder, except, obviously reshelled to be a Star Wars blaster. And the electronic portion of it is, it's got a light here, but there's no batteries in it, and I have not tried to put batteries in it yet. So, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know, maybe we could, I'm not going to take the time to do it now. But anyway, yeah, that's, even if the battery part doesn't work, I'm pretty stoked about this just because I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, and you mix Nerf and Star Wars together, and you got something that I'm going to enjoy. I don't know, my computer keeps beeping at me, so anyway, that's pretty much it for this week. A random assortment of darts that I found. I usually don't buy darts from the thrift store because they are mangled. But yeah, I think pretty good haul. Definitely, you know, my favorites are the vintage blasters, so I've found some kind of cool examples of those. This thing's pretty sweet. I'm really stoked to have that in the collection. And the Rapid Fire 20, if I can get this working, this I think will be really, really fun. I really like the idea of just kind of wall of darts at people. So. You know, an elite Alpha Trooper. Everybody likes the Alpha Trooper, so it's fun to use and a really versatile blaster. So yeah, all in all, pretty good week, pretty good finds, and I'll go ahead and sign off. Again, this is Evan B from Crazy Cats Tattoos and ground zero of where I work my tattoo magic. And I'm saying peace and hair grease, keep nerfing, and thanks for watching.